sack it and win the championship, taking the final over in this victory. Madakis and Tim White bringing you commentary then for these matches throughout the day. Our referee looking after things for this women's singles finals on your screens now. Very much excited for what could be a really, really exciting day of Teqball action here in Madrid, Tim.
Yeah, it could be quite historic, and of course one of the important things to say for newcomers and regular Teqers will know is that this is the third of 4 qualifying events leading to the European Games, when Teqball will be part of a major multi-sport championship for the first time. So very important ranking points up for grabs here, and not more so than in this first event, the women's singles final.
So the athletes making their way out onto the field of play. First up was Izsák from Hungary, the #1 singles ranking player in the world. And lining up alongside her is Kristina Aksh, also from Hungary. It's an all-Hungarian affair here in this first of 5 matches to bring you here today. And we can't wait to get this action underway.
Yeah, I think Agnieszka's the referee making her debut, I think, today in major finals. And it will be a bit of a Hungarian takeover of Madrid again today. No real surprise, but after some disappointments in recent events in Dubai, got a bit of success, but not complete success over in LA on the US Teqball Tour. But they're back with a vengeance here. We have 5 finals, 10 teams, 8 from Hungary and 2 from Romania.
Well, Izsák is really one of the best players in the world, absolutely no doubts about that. She comes into this match as the favourite, 157 centimetres in height. Singles world ranking, of course, of #1 in the world. She was bronze in Skopje early this year, silver medalist at the 2022 World Championships, a gold medalist at the Plesov Challenger Cup, and a gold medalist in the 2021 Teqball World Championships. That's just her singles results lining up against her. Well, it's going to be a tough opponent. She was a gold medalist in singles in the World Series in Krakow, a major title for Kristina Aksh. In terms of doubles results, she's won a silver in Skopje, a gold in Budapest, and a bronze in the World Series in Krakow. It is Kristina Aksh taking on Anna Izsák in our first of 5 matches, the women's singles final, coming up live here from Madrid. So it will be Izsák to get us underway first then, with the first of 4 serves, serving from right to left. In comes the serve. Actually just chesting it up and easing herself into this opening rally. Going out wide, Izsák with the smash! And it is a first point of the match for Izsák.
Yeah, played it really well, didn't she? And we'd expect to see her making the early running here. We'll be looking for at least 3 points out of the opening 4 serves.
So you can see the style of her serve there is to get as much spin as she can off the top of the right foot, and that instantly puts the opponent under pressure. It's a very good technique, and Aksh struggling with it in these early stages. Good pressure this from Izsák. She takes the opening 2 points. It's first fault of the match for Izsák, and you'll see her now return her second serve with the knee. Oh, just clips the back of the table right on the cue there. Aksh goes out wide and plays it back in. Very clever that from Izsák, who's quick and catches her opponent a little bit out there, but brilliant reply there from Aksh. Izsák out wide and just drops the ball short, but Izsák just poking the ball back over. Nice rally this between these 2 players in the opening stages of this first match of the afternoon. Once again, it's clever from Izsák, but perhaps a little bit too sharp on that return. It goes long, and it's back to 1 point deficit now.
Both these two had close calls getting to the final, both dropped a set in the semi-final. Very good win for Aksh against Amélie Julien, the French woman who's been in good form. Whereas Izsák, a little bit surprised to see her losing to another Romanian, Rita Mitru, but came back and won the 3rd set 12-9.
Oh, good defence out from Izsák, taking the sting out of the shot. Can she get this back? She can, brilliantly. Aksh has chested it back into play. All players are allowed 3 touches, but you can return it in 1 in singles. It's into the net from Aksh.
Too many unforced errors at the moment from Aksh. Hasn't made the best start to this, and it is indeed 3 points out of the 4 available in the first service bundle that went to the favourite and world #1, Anna Izsák.
Change of service.
Yes, a pretty good return that. It's now a switch of serves. Christina Ash will get her first service campaign underway. It's a strong serve, but Izsák is ready and heads the ball back into play. Ash plays herself out wide using the head. Expect to see a little bit of a smash here from Izsák. It's long.
Yeah, didn't quite tee it up for herself correctly, did she? She's usually so accurate at doing that, has been for the last 12 months or so when she's stormed to the top of the rankings.
See her coach Shipos watching on from the sidelines.
Never stops yachtering, does he? He's always at it.
Always in her ear, isn't he? Offering advice. Edge ball. So Pete's service. And it comes. Izsák sets herself up for the smash into the chest end of Ash, who gets herself in a bit of a fluster out wide there and sends the ball to the back of the arena.
Close to going over halfway there with the final touch. You can during the rally, but your final touch has to be behind that orange line that you see beneath the table. Otherwise, it's an illegal attack and you lose the point.
First serve is long. In comes the second serve. Izsák drops the ball back in with her head. Again, a nice little rally here. Does well just to lift her leg up high over the table. Izsák gets wide there from Ash. And lots of mistakes coming in from Ash here. And Izsák is, well, crafting a nice little lead in these opening stages. Mentioned that she's probably the pre-match favourite, living up to that billing so far in the opening stages of this first set. Still a long way to go, though. Ash setting herself up for a smash. Izsák is ready for it. She's going to really struggle to get the angle there, which somehow she gets that back. Brilliant play that from Izsák, who's once again crafting her way to the right-hand side of the table. Obviously the more dominant, and that's brilliant from Ash, just dropping the ball short with a harvester. And needed that point, I think, Tim, didn't she?
Yeah, she did, absolutely. The big surprise, Ash not living up to what she did earlier. We talked about her win against Amélie Julien in the semis, but beat Janet Janicek in the quarterfinals. What a stunning victory that
really
was for her. 12-9 in the decider in that one as well, so she has lost a couple of sets, but taken a couple of big names out.
Yeah, between these players, they've lost 3 sets in total. They've both been pretty dominant in this competition, it has to be said. And there's the double bounce, and the point goes the way of Izsák, who is managing that lead pretty well in the opening stages of this first set. Izsák versus Ash, this for gold here in Madrid. The Teqball Tour, as Tim mentioned a moment ago, this third part of 4 matches that will help qualify athletes for the European Games. Sits into the chest there of Ash, who defends well, but it's a repeat return. Just for those of you new to Teqball, you cannot return the ball with the same body part 2 points in a row. So, for example, if you return with your head on your final touch of the ball, it then has to be a different body part, for example, your knee or your shoulder or your chest or obviously your foot. 7-3 the score. And sometimes you'll see that with the Izsák serve. She gets so much spin on it, but tries to transfer that power into the spin and can go a little bit long. The second serve dangerous as well. It loops up high and it asks questions of Ash, who's made another mistake. And this is too many unforced errors from
Yeah,
Ash
absolutely. It's scruffy, this first set. Of course, it is best of 3 sets, so she has time, but she's rapidly losing this first set now. 5 in arrears, 4 points to take the first set for Izsák.
Yeah, she's looking in a very good position so far. Just skimming the edge of the table. Will be a repeat first serve. She gets down low, doesn't she? Practice that serve over and over. It's a refined technique, and she gets back, has to close back in on the table to reduce that space, but just walks back. And Ash smashes it into the top of the nets.
Yeah, another mistake, James, and it's looking for Lawn now. She does have 4 serves to come, but even if she won all 4 of those, she'd still be 2 adrift. So huge work to do here, and it looks like the world #1 is in control of this opening set.
It really does. Ash will really need 4 out of 4 to stand a realistic chance of coming back in. Izsák looking to put the pressure on early, but it is Ash in control of this rally at the moment. Good defence from Izsák, just showing why she is world #1, absorbing that pressure beautifully. But a chance now for Izsák to finish this rally. And it's a repeat return, this time from Izsák.
Yeah, it was just instinct, wasn't it? She knew she had to try and keep the ball alive and try to bob it back over the net. She's one of the players on tour who does that probably more than any other, trying to catch the opponent out in singles. It's a completely different skill set needed for the singles game.
That was more instinct there, wasn't it? As Tim said. So first serve is long.
Second serve.
In comes the second serve. Izsák plays the ball out wide. Hits the ball with the sole of her foot there. It's effective though, and it won't be the full 4 for Ash. Yeah, she knows this is slipping away from her now.
Well, they've met 3 times before, and Izsák has won 2, but Ash did have a victory, and I was hoping that she'd make it closer than this. As you see, it's one-way traffic at the moment.
So Izsák looking to get this done nice and quickly. Clips the top of the nets. And, well, Izsák is finding a few mistakes in her game. Ash keeping herself alive here, but still 5 points the difference. In comes serve, is a good one as well. Izsák plays out wide, catches the top of the net, but it somehow makes the back of the table. Rally continues. Izsák now with a chance to put some pressure on her opponent. She does. It's simple. She's doing the simple thing so well. And Ash now is set points down, 6 of them, and you feel this is only going one way.
Yeah, she did really well to use the top of her leg, her thigh, just helped it over the net when the natural thing was to use the boot, but she'd already used the foot, so changed the tactic, and it served her well. So set points here, and many of them.
Izsák looking to get this done at the first time of asking. She's on serve. Serve is good. Ash chets it back of the table, but looking to try and keep this set alive, not to make any mistakes. To end things, it's an edge ball.
A little lucky there. If it hits the side, you lose the point. It must have been close to hitting the side, but edge was the verdict of the referee. There are 2 referees. There's one also this side of the screen, if you like, next to us, just confirming the decisions.
So the point will be repeated. Set point once again. Good first serve, that from Izsák. Ash will just play it cautiously to keep herself alive in this first set. Izsák with a chance to attack now. Knees the ball in, it's 2 bounces, and the first set goes the way of Anna Izsák. Never really in question there at the end of that. And Izsák from the Phoenix Teqball Academy takes the first set, 12 points to 5.
Yeah, absolutely dominant, wasn't it, from Izsák right from the off. Took 3 of those 4 opening serves, and Christina Arch is just making too many errors. If she can cut out some of those, reduce the error count, then she can get right back in this match, but she needs to be much more disciplined as we enter the second of the potential 3 sets, but the girl in your screen will be hoping to get it done and dusted this time.
Šipos still looking at ways of improving her game.
9 unforced errors for Christina Arch, the difference between the sides. And Izsák taking the opening set, 12-5.
So your statistics there after a pretty one-way first set. Izsák taking that 12-5, some nice shots from the centre of Madrid. We are, of course, here in Madrid for part 3 or 4 of the build-up to the European Games.
Yeah, worth saying
at the Polideportivo Municipal Gallo. Sorry to interrupt you there, Tim.
Yeah, worth saying that the 4th one will be coming up pretty quickly as well. Finals day for an event in Montenegro will be on the 31st of this month, so just 12 more days to wait for your next dose.
So Ash looking to get herself underway here, serving first in this second set, but it's another unforced error. And just a little bit of housekeeping. The ball always has to go back to the referee before play can resume. Ash finds the back of the table with that serve. Izsák goes out wide, drops the ball to the back of the table, hits the cue in the far right-hand corner. Ash with the smash is into the legs of Izsák, who can't defend, and that's better.
Probably her best point of the match so far, and it's so important that she gets at least 2 of these opening 4. Just needs to, if not build a lead, at least keep level with Izsák in the early stages of this set. That was a wonderful smash and should give her a lot of confidence.
Should do, shouldn't it? So, Ash needs to try and build on that now. Izsák, with the mistake herself, puts it straight to the back of her mind. She chases the ball back down to give it back to the referee. Ash has started this set a little bit better, so can she now start to form a little bit of momentum? Izsák, ever the professional edge ball, will look to claw her way back into this. So full momentum is with Phoenix Teqball Academy player.
Second service.
Balázs Katz is in the opposite coaching corner. We'll see him later in the men's doubles final. What a mouth-watering tie that promises to be. Ash has taken 3 out of 4 from her first serving routine. So pressure now on Izsák to try and get all 4, otherwise she will be down. Great first serve that from Izsák.
Yeah, deceptively difficult. And she's won quite a few points off the serve.
So in comes the serve. Ash plays it back in. Izsák out wide. Smash into the middle of the table. It's just consistent accuracy from Izsák, which asks so many questions from her opponents. She goes about the simple parts of Teqball so well, doesn't she?
She does, and there she just changed the angle with her foot. Don't think we're going to see a replay on that one, unfortunately, but she just managed to spot where her opponent was and play it the other side with the outside of her boot.
Ash out wide. And yeah, it's a side ball, not an edge ball, that one. It is. So far, so good. Izsák, 3 points in a row now on serve. And she just looks so composed out there. Doesn't look like she's really feeling any pressure. I'm sure she is, but it's not evident in the way she's playing. Knows if she carries on like this, she will win another gold. Played out wide, sets herself up for the smash, and she's clever. It wasn't quite the shot she was hoping in the end. Tries to pull off a harvester with the knee, and it slices off the side of the table.
Yeah, surprised she didn't make that, really. There have been a few more mistakes in this set so far. As you see, it just clipped the edge, not the side, and not the table itself, so they replay the point.
Almost a bit of brilliance there from Izsák. We all expected the smash to come in.
First service.
First serve comes in.
Out.
It's long. This would be a clean sweep of serves if she is to get this point. In comes the serve. Ash is there out wide. Great smash that from Ash, and that's more like it. And she levels the score at 4-all.
Yeah, we talked about it. Important for the underdog, although she's still world number 4 in women's singles, Christina Arch, to just stay with Izsák, and then when the pressure gets on later in the set, you might just have a chance to nick it. 4-all.
First service.
So a big service routine is for Ash now. As we know, Izsák's not going to make too many mistakes on her serve.
Second service.
Ash heads it in. Oh, Izsák is there, sets herself up for the smash. It's that flat foot smash once again. Ash heads the ball to the back of the table. Izsák out wide, drops the ball short. That one's better. Yeah, the top of the net on the way past.
Yeah, the net just took it out, didn't it? Of Arch's reach. She was there for it. She was ready for it, but then it almost hit her boot before she knew what it was doing.
It changed the angle of the ball there, didn't it?
Unfortunate
for Arch there, because she was preparing herself for a different shot altogether. Had already prepared herself, and you can see the frustration. Throws her arms up in sort of disbelief there, but yeah, she needs now really through these next 3 points. Otherwise, you feel Izsák could really start to put the pressure on her serve. Plays herself out wide and heads it. Again, gets lucky with the net call, and Izsák offers an arm of apology, but Ash is going to be annoyed about that. I mean, it's really unfortunate. 2 in a row, and that's changed the dynamic of the second set.
It has, and she needs to luck with it. And at the moment, she's getting absolutely none. Christina Arch, and now trailing by 2.
Essential she gets these next 2 points, really. Otherwise, this match is going to, you feel, come to a swift conclusion. Arch with the second serve. Oh, brilliant second serve, I must say. Lots of power coming from the head, using the width of the table there. Blows out a sigh of relief, because really she needed that.
Well, she's just staying in touch, as we said. She was 2 down, and once it gets to 3, you maybe start trying a bit too hard and get a bit anxious and try things you shouldn't.
So Ash keeping herself going here. Izsák, the ever-consistent player. Ash into the net. And that, unfortunately...
No, that's a bad miss. She's set it up perfectly, James, and at this stage you can't afford, in finals especially, to make mistakes like that.
Not against a player to the calibre of Izsák, who will now be serving.
Sorry, change of service, team white to serve.
And there will be 4 serves for Izsák.
First service.
And if she wins all 4 of these, she will be on match point. Still, Ash has a chance. She's got to try and take the sting out of that serve, which she's done. Oh, and she gets a bit of luck of her own. Well, they do say these things level themselves out. The net call completely changing the direction of the ball there. You'll see on the replay here. It totally changed the direction of the ball, and well, 2 went against her, 1 has gone for her. She'll take that all day.
Well, if she gets another one, she'll be happier, and it could bring her back level again.
Yep. Izsák finds yet another first serve. Ash manages to return the ball, but Izsák has the momentum here. Drops the ball short. Clever from Ash, really clever. Very, very quick thinking. And Izsák wasn't expecting that. And there are the level scores. Well, it's a bit of a surprise, actually. Izsák is not often losing points on serve, and well played by Ash. She's very much deserving of this level and points, and she's really brought herself back into the second set.
Yeah, Izsák's the one making more mistakes at the moment. The pressure's getting to her a little, maybe. Misses a first serve again there, and we'll have to rely on a more defensive looped second serve.
Ash takes this thing out and can maybe now force an attack. She gets the net call, but Izsák's managing just to resettle herself back down. Ash, though, with momentum here, can Izsák find the back of the table? She can't, and that's now 3 consecutive points that Izsák has lost on serve, and just like that, this second set has turned on its head. Momentum's now with Ash. Can she win this and force a deciding set?
Izsák's really tensed up here. She gets the first serve.
Izsák from the back of the table heads the ball back into the middle. Ash out wide, looking to make it 4 out of 4 on Izsák serve. Ash heads it back to the middle of the table. Izsák plays herself up wide. There's the smash. That's a bit more like it. Good power. And she really needed that one to level the scores at 8-all. And it's as you were after the service routine. It's just 1 point on serve for Izsák, but she carries that momentum now into the Ash serve. Maybe gives herself a little bit more breathing space. And we are in a very intriguing battle between these two players. 8-all.
Yep, well, 4 points on serve available, 4 points to win the set. That's what she has to be thinking.
Izsák does well to get that serve under control. Ash now plays it left-hand side of the table. Izsák with the sole of the foot. Asks a bit of a question from Ash there. Izsák back to the back of the table. Oh, and it's into the net there from Ash. Another unforced error, and she's not playing these big pressure points well. And Izsák will say thank you very much. Just 3 away from victory.
Watching the top players like these two are, their movement around when they're waiting for the return to come from their opponent, trying to work out what the angle will be.
Good stuff that from Izsák. Does the simple stuff so well and forces Ash into another mistake. And she has her head in her hands.
Well, it was a real head-in-hands moment, wasn't it? That's 2 points that she could and probably should have won on serve, and it could be her that's 10-8 up, but the momentum switches back again. 3 in a row, as you see, for the world #1. She's 2 points from the championship.
Oh, great serve that, though, from Ash. Needed something special. And it's an ace from Ash. Needs this one now to level the points back to 10-all. It's a little bit long, so it'll be a second serve. She's going to head this back in. Can you feel if Izsák wins this with those 2 match points on serve with 4 serves coming up? Could be decisive. Sets herself up for the smash. Ash takes a sting out. Can she find a way back onto the table? She can, but Izsák now with another chance to smash, this time with the right foot, and it's good. And Anna Izsák sets herself up for 2 match points, and it's on serve.
Yeah, and even if she saves the first 2, there'd still be another match point at 11-all because it's a sudden death point in either of the first 2 sets.
So Anna Izsák on serve, that match point. In comes the serve. Ash plays herself out wide, drops it with a harvester. It's an edge ball. She lives to see another day.
Tension continues for at least a few more seconds. It's a repeat of the point still. 11-9, 2 match points plus 1 to come.
Anna Izsák, another bite of the cherry. First serve into the net. World #1, looking to pick up yet another title. The ball lofted up high. Ash plays herself out wide. And the smash is long from Ash. And Anna Izsák takes match point and becomes champion here on the European Teqball Tour here in Madrid. She goes over to shake hands with her opponent, a cool customer. And she's done it in straight sets, 12-5, 12-9. Anna Izsák is the champion.
And deservedly so, but Christina Ash can't say that she didn't have her opportunities, but they were wasted, I'm afraid. Particularly those last 2 points rather summed it up. She had every opportunity, and on the previous serve from 8-8, it was Ash, the world #4, that felt the pressure more. and none more so than on match point there with a fairly regulation smash. She couldn't reach the table, and the match and the gold medal had gone. Anna Izsák continues her amazing run that's seen her go clear at the top of the women's rankings in Teqball. It's another singles title.
Well, we'll go straight into the ceremony as well, where we'll also award the prizes for, well, gold, silver and bronze. And then we will move on to our next singles final, which is the men's singles final. It's Amélie Julian who takes bronze, but let's just take a look at those set statistics as we build up to coverage of the medal ceremony. So out first are our two finalists, and we await for Amélie Julian, who, well, we're waiting to see if she will join us for this ceremony, but looks like it's going to just be our two finalists, our gold and silver medalists. Christina Ash, of course, taking the silver, and Anna Izsák taking the gold. CUSAC chairman, Mr. Victor Huzar, is out here in Madrid to help out with the ceremony. Of course, three of the co-founders of Teqball. First up, it is silver for Christina Ash, gold medalist in Krakow in singles, a silver medalist here in Madrid. It's been a great competition for Christina Ash. And then, of course, winner of gold and that coveted trophy, Anna Izsák is Madrid's champion in the women's singles. Takes home a cool $1,200 for her troubles as well. Big smiles on the face of the Hungarian as she lifts the trophy up high. Anna Izsák is the Teqball Tour Madrid 2023 Women's Singles Champion.
Our medalists and the world presenter to come forward to take a family picture, please.
Goes over to celebrate with Shiposh.
Well, we're at the Polideportivo Municipal Gayor in the Latina district of the Spanish capital, for those of you familiar with Spain and Madrid in particular.